Hi kids, it's your old pal Acree here again. Just a little bit of clarification on a few items for you. First, I have to revisit the forum thing one more time because we've had some confusion again this week. I gotta tell you, I've been teaching online for at least 15 years. I've had forums in all my classes. I've taught hundreds of classes online, and I've never had so much difficulty getting people to follow directions, a handful of people. And that's the problem. I made a mistake, which I make fairly often at the beginning when we had in the class just a half a dozen people who simply could not get with the program. And I made the mistake of allowing that to become my problem and by extension your problem, instead of just saying, hey, figure it out. It's out there. It's written down. It's easy. Figure it out. So I took that on, and the more I tried to clean it up for those 6 people who simply weren't getting it, the worse I made it. So eventually, and that was my fault, and it's not your problem, but I want to let you know what happened. So finally, I had done everything I had thought to do, and one of your colleagues made a very nice handout that explained the situation, explained how to put up posts on the forum, and I was so glad to see that because I was out of options. That there was a mistake in there that I didn't catch because I didn't proofread it carefully enough. The mistake was that it said in there that you have to email your colleagues to participate in discussions, and I didn't catch that. That is not the case. And as soon as I heard about it, found out this morning from another of your colleagues, I fixed that and sent out an email informing everyone of the mistake, and informing everyone that everybody who participated in the forum last week will get full credit. You don't have to do anything about last week. I will fix it. Okay? But I want to reiterate one more time, this whole mess has come about because of about a half a dozen people who simply could not follow directions, or probably didn't read the directions, or didn't read the syllabus, or didn't use the resources that are out there. And so in my attempt to accommodate those people, I did the rest of you a disservice, and I apologize for that. Forums are forums. Every class has them. Mine are the same as everybody else's. The rules are the same as everybody else's. If you've never participated in forums before, read the directions and follow the directions. It's that simple. Don't send me any more emails, please, saying that you don't understand. If you don't understand, read the directions again. I'm speaking to that handful of people. For the rest of you, you're doing fine. And I'm sorry that this thing has become such a massive distraction, for all of us. It shouldn't have, and it's my fault that I let it get that big. I should have just said, hey, it's out there, read it and follow the directions. This is college, not your mom. Okay, so I think we're done now with the forum. I think we need to move on. You're either going to participate or you're not, and the guidelines are going to be the same every week. And the guidelines have been explained about a dozen times now, in writing, in videos like this, and in emails. So that's it. Okay, let's move on. Let's do the forums, but let's move on. I need to mention to you that you have, again, I'm probably playing down that line with those 6 folks again, but you do have an assignment due on Monday. There's a draft due of a summary of the newspaper article that we've been working on in the forums all week. Okay? Wednesday morning, a little before 6 o'clock in the morning, California time, I put up an announcement in the announcement section. I emailed this to you, and it's also in the assignment section. This is due on Monday at 11:55 p.m. The directions for the assignment are attached to the email you got. They're in the announcements forum, and if you go into the assignments folder, you will find there an essay draft link, and the directions are linked there for you. You have the directions in 3 places. Just follow them. You need to read chapter 4 in your textbook, and you need to produce a draft summary of the newspaper article that you found on the college databases. And this needs to be due on Monday at 11:55 p.m. Please don't email me telling me you don't understand. Okay? This is clear. It's written down in 3 places. You have it in your email boxes, and you have it in 2 other places on the class website. All right? So I don't want to get an email from anybody saying you didn't know there was an assignment due this week. Okay? Somebody else emailed me today asking what about the assignment that's due on Thursday. There's no assignment due on Thursday. The first post on the forum is due on Thursday. That's it. And it's the same thing every week. It has been the same thing for the last 4 weeks. It will be the same thing for the rest of the term. Written assignments, with no exception that I can think of, are always due on Monday night at 11:55, with 1 or 2 exceptions. And if there is an exception, that will be crystal clear, and you will be notified in 3 different ways. Okay? But there is no assignment due this Thursday. If I said that somewhere, then please let me know, because I didn't mean what I said. But I don't recall having said that. Okay? There's no assignment due on Thursday. There's a summary draft due on Monday. And the article you're using is the article you're finding on the college databases. I forget the name of it. College Crossroads, I think is the name of it. And the instructions for writing a summary, in case you don't remember how, are in chapter 4 of your textbook. You have to read the textbook, you have to read and annotate the article, and you have to write a summary. Okay? The last thing is, and please listen very carefully for you handful of folks, next week you are going to take the draft of your summary and you're going to have to exchange it with a peer for peer review. We're going to do this using the forums, and I will explain it one time very carefully, but you are going to have to pay attention, read the directions, and follow them one step at a time. This is a little bit complicated. And I'm worried about the folks who couldn't figure out the forums, because if you can't figure out the forums, this is going to be an even bigger challenge for you. Okay? I'm not going to go over this 15 times for 15 different people. I'm going to explain it very carefully once. You're going to get a step-by-step handout sheet that says do these steps in this order. Okay? Again, for most of you, you're doing just fine, and I'm apologize to you for the fact that I've been too much distracted by the folks who just, for some reason, are remaining clueless, and I don't know why, and I can't really explain why. So just remember, forums first post, original thread due on Thursday every week, always. Usually, almost always, probably always, nothing else due on Thursday. Conversations with your colleagues are not emailed. You use the reply button on the forum window, and those must be completed by Monday night at 11:55 p.m. At 11:55 p.m. on Monday night, the forums are closed and locked. You cannot post to a forum from a previous week. I will open them back up so you can read them, but you cannot post to them. So please don't send me the emails that I've gotten. Why can't I post to last week's forum? I can't find the reply button. Well, you can't find it because the forums are locked and the posts are closed. Okay? And you have a summary assignment of the newspaper article from the New York Times Magazine due Monday night at 11:55 p.m. Okay? There's no credit attached to that draft. However, if you don't do that draft, it means you haven't participated fully in the process, and there will be a penalty on the final version of this essay. That is explained very carefully for you in the syllabus. If I have a suspicion some of the folks who were having all the trouble haven't actually read the syllabus, on which I worked for hours and hours and hours over the summer. Okay? And then finally, again, I'm going to say one more time, next week our primary activity is going to be exchanging drafts for peer review. This is a little bit complicated, and so I'm going to be very careful with my instructions and very specific and very precise. I am also not going to go over this 15 times for 15 different people. Okay? I hope that clarifies things a little bit for you. It's been a very frustrating week for you and me both, because we've been dancing around with these handful of folks who just can't seem to get a clue. And that's, as I said, that's not fair to the rest of you. So that's changing up. And I just wanted to be sure that we're all clear where we stand. Okay? Thursday night forum, first post. Sunday night, all posts in the forums completed. Working on a summary essay due this week. Summary essays due absolutely in Blackboard at 11:55 on Monday night. There are no extensions. Drafts are not subject to the late paper deadlines. The final draft of this paper will be due a week from Monday. And on this coming Monday, we will exchange drafts, and you must read carefully and follow exactly the directions. Most of you will do just fine. Okay? I'm going to post this now and get on out of here. Hope you guys are having a great day, and we'll talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.